Negros Occidental, abundant in both sugar and tourist spots, is a province in the Philippines occupying the northwestern half of Negros Island. It is known as the Sugar Bowl of the Philippines, for it produces more than half of the sugar output of the country. Sagay City is a second-class city of the province of Negros Occidental. It is composed of 25 barangays, with 8 barangays classified as urban and 17 classified as rural barangays. The city of Sagay is situated 82.9 kilometers away from Bacolod City, which is approximately a 2-hour drive from the capital. Public utility vehicles plying the northern Negros route pass by this progressive city. The total number of population registered in 2013 is 150,044, with an average growth rate of 1.1% and a population density of 426 per square kilometer. The city of Sagay is an agricultural city, and majority of the population depend on agriculture as their main source of income. Sugar is the most dominant industry, as evident by the vast tracts of land devoted to sugarcane. The presence of sugar mills in the city show that majority of the populace receive salaries and wages either as laborers in sugarcane plantations or working in the mills. Apart from this, other sources of income are fishing and rice production. In the upland barangays, sugarcane remains to be the main crop of the farmer residents. In terms of sugarcane areas intended for Muscovado sugar production, Sagay City ranks first among all cities and municipalities in Negros Occidental. With this, the city has a great potential for expanding and developing new agricultural land area for the commodity. This, however, is hindered by the difficulty in commuting and transporting farm inputs along the overflow in Himoga and Sagay City. This issue contributed to low productivity and limited tonnage capacity. As a key solution to this enduring problem, rural infrastructure interventions such as farm-to-market roads and bridges are among their topmost development priorities in view of attaining higher productivity and resilience in agriculture and its people, respectively. The dilemma with the existing overflow was further aggravated when Super Typhoon Yolanda lashed its force in the Visayas region in 2013. Based on the final report on the consolidated damage of Typhoon Yolanda, damage caused in infrastructures amounted to 209.2 million pesos, with roads, bridges, irrigation facilities, and public and private establishments all affected, unsafe to be utilized and occupied. This huge fraction of loss in the region brought by the typhoon immensely affected the people, especially farmers and fisherfolks, and their livelihood being put into a halt. The existing overflow bridge was built by the Sugar Central 50 years ago, when the sugar prices is still in its peak. But due to pole vaulting by sugarcane farmers, this overflow is poorly maintained, which pose danger to the riding public, particularly during rainy season.
Ang sitwasyon namon pertigid kabudlay sa pagtransport sang amon mga produkto halin sa bukid tungod sang amon dalan nga hindi maayo. Ang amon pangabuhian tubo mabudlay gid kapin pa magbaha, ang himugaan hindi kami katabok sa pag-deliver namon sang amon mga pasyente, masyado gid kabudlay tungod sa mga una nga tsimpo wala pa service ang barangay.
Kung mag-travel kami pa sa Sagay, dako gid ang inuras diri, madugay kami kaabot, tapos ang dalan perti kabudlay.
Pag-start gid diri, ang nagabiyahe diri sa una singgo lang na nga minibus or jeep. Nga nagabiyahe halin diri alas 5 sa ngaga pakadto sa Sagay City. Gahalin na diri sa alas 5, maabot na dito sa alas 9. So ang amon nga pagbiyahe galabot kami dito tag alas 9 sa manindahan pa na ang tao pag-abot na sang alas 11 mihingagan man na puli kay igo naman sila makaabot diri gabi na pod. Ang pamasahe namon sang pag-start kina diri bali 100 pesos
Sadto tama gid ka problema ang amon di sitwasyon sa Barangay Babira, parti labi na gid sa dalan namon. Tuig 2000 hasta 2020 nagasaper kami sa kabudlayan sa dalan labi na sa among mga farmer. Mabudlay ang pagdulong namon sa among produkto sa sentral tungod nga ang dalan guba.
With this constraint greatly affecting the agricultural sector of Sagay City, the construction of the 120 linear meter Himoga Bridge in Barangay Bato, Sagay City, Negros Occidental was realized. The infrastructure is seen to address the prevailing concerns specifically related to agriculture and livelihood. A total population of approximately 12,295 individuals with around 2,606 households can benefit directly with the construction of the Himoga Bridge, mostly farmers and laborers.
Kabulig siya sa emergency kag sa ginasuffer namon nga halin pa sang natubuan ko buot inang pagbaha sina nga taytay kay halin sang natubuan ko buot nagatabok na kami sina ginaantos na lang ginamon ng ubog tungod sina nga taytay.
Siyempre damo na aksidente, amon ang ginagawa namon kay smooth ang pagbiyahe, dasig pagpagwa namon sa produkto, hindi na kami mabudlayan. Kag ang maintenance sa mga salakyan diri nga nagabiyahe wala sang mayo nga damage gid nga dako, gamay ang maintenance.
Apart from the direct household beneficiaries, there are also 8 elementary schools, 3 secondary schools, and 42 sitios that comprise the 3 barangays that will benefit from this sub-project. Furthermore, health centers as well as daycare centers catering to more than 1,000 mothers and children will also be served by the sub-project. As primarily linked to the Provincial Commodity Investment Plan of Negros Occidental, which is one of the PRDP tools, the muscovado production, which is the major industry practiced by the people in the area, was put at the center point that allowed the identification of gaps, thereby leading to the formulation of key solutions for the prevailing concerns regarding the commodity.
For PSO Visayas, muscovado is our pilot commodity. And for Sagay City, all our PRDP sub-projects are linked sa muscovado industry. So maintindihan naton nga ang Negros kadako sang production because for Sagay alone, we have 3 sugar mills and duhagid ang na-produce ang muscovado. Ako na-appreciate ko gid personally ng paggamit sina nga mga tools. Before we will prepare our VCA, we have commodity prioritization. So with that VCA, dira tagid makita no ang mga gaps sa kada chain or kada segment sang aton nga process from input provision to production up to harvesting or trading and marketing up to processing. So makita gid naton kung ano da ang mga gaps nga wala pa sa aton. So kung ano nang wala, so dapat amo na aton i-address. Like for example, production, kung na-identify naton ang accessibility nga may difficulty kita. So like hauling or transporting our inputs, farm inputs, and at the same time, ang pag-market sang aton produce. So kinahanglan gid sang i-build ang aton nga mga roads para ma-address ang aton nga logistics nga needs sa ina nga commodity.
The inception and preparation of the documentary requirements for the construction of the bridge began 4 years ago.
This project, if I may recall, we started 4 years ago from surveys to DED.
Before finally proceeding to the project implementation, consultations were done among those who will benefit and those who will be affected by the construction of the sub-project.
In balay-balay man namon dira ang kutob sa maigo kagin pang istorya namon nga kung pwede pakooperar nila kay hindi malang isa ang beneficiary kundi tanan man sila dira nga naga-occupy sina dang area wala man sang problema okay man sila tanan kay gusto gid sang tawo.
Prior to the bridge construction, negotiations relevant to the road right-of-way were done. A series of steps were undergone by the implementing body in order to finally materialize the project.
From preparation hasta nga na-bid siya, it's really very tedious process. The preparation is joint ang province and the Sagay City. The Sagay City was the one who surveyed it. It is the share of Sagay City government with regards to the right-of-way. And our office, the Provincial Engineer's Office, is the one who designed the bridge.
Primarily, this sub-project aimed to construct 120 linear meter bridge to generate at least 5% increase in real annual household income of farmer beneficiaries, 7% increase in value of annual marketed output, and 20% increase in number of farmers and fisher folks with improved access to Department of Agriculture services. The contract cost of this project is 76,313,828 pesos and 7 centavos. This was originally issued no objection letter 1 last May 7, 2017. But due to the failure in bidding and changes in the design, this project reissued no objection letter 1 last September 12, 2019. For almost 10 months of procurement process, this project secured no objection letter 2 last July 22, 2020, followed by the issuance of notice to proceed last August 27, 2020, which signals the start of the implementation stage. This venture was already awarded to ESJ and Sons Construction and Construction Supply Incorporated and have started its implementation last September 6, 2020.
As the construction of Himoga Bridge eventually comes into reality,
The goals of bridging the gaps towards agri-fishery development also comes close.